walked through seasons that tried to swallow me whole. Nights where the silence felt louder than any storm. Days where my own reflection looked like a stranger I didn't recognize. But even in the trembling, even in the breaking, I learned something about myself. My faith don't fold. Not when the sky turns black. Not when the ground shakes beneath me. Not when the people I trusted walked away. And the ones I loved couldn't stay. My faith don't fall. I've carried grief like a second skin, worn disappointment like perfume, and still I kept my hands lifted. Not because I felt strong, but because I knew strength wasn't mine alone. I knew God was somewhere in the shadows, breathing on the embers of a hope I thought had died. And every time I whispered, Lord, I'm tired, He answered, daughter, I'm here. So I kept going, barefoot, bruised, but blessed. See, faith ain't pretty all the time. It ain't soft, it ain't delicate. Sometimes faith is a fight, a grit your teeth.
Damn true.
For real, man.
Baby, I be trying to tell them, you know?
Well, you know, it's tell them, but you know, it's up to people to be open.
Hello. Rich rising. Rich day, afternoon. Good day to you all. Welcome in. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. All right. So we have a big time ahead of us here. Big shifts are happening right now. And yeah, some of us are doing really great. And some of us are complete shit shows. And so I wanted to come in and I wanted to share with y'all this energy shift, this alignment, and just let y'all know what's up. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. Lionsgate. Sorry, y'all. I have so many fucking rooms opening. Lionsgate. Retrogrades. What's going on with these retrogrades, y'all? Retrogrades and the Innerstanding. Ooh, that didn't come out well. All right, there we go. Oh, okay. You know what? All right, here we go. Yeah, that's the picture right there. Okay. All right, we got it. All right, so welcome in, y'all. Let's talk about this Lionsgate. Jupiter being in retrograde, Pluto being in retrograde. And what the hell does that mean? So first and foremost, Lionsgate is coming up. And the Lionsgate is going to be coming up from July 26th until, oh, did I burn my nail? July 26th until August 12th. That is the Lionsgate energy. And so within the Lionsgate energy this year, there's going to be a different type of alignment just because of how Jupiter and Pluto are playing out in their alignments. Okay. So this is why I had to put all of them together, because when you're dealing with Jupiter, you're dealing with Pluto, and you're dealing with the Lionsgate all at the same time. It's not going to be like last year, right? The Lionsgate last year was it was a different shift compared to what's coming this year. So this year, what you're going to be dealing with is a lot of the inner energy. Okay, there's going to be a lot of inner energy. So I'm going to get into the Jupiter and Leo energy. So Jupiter in Leo is one thing. Okay, Jupiter being in Leo is usually, when you're dealing with it, it usually asks you to go into exploration, start to trust, right? And deal with your desires, deal with the things that you want to bring into being, right? When you are dealing with it in retrograde now, it is taking you even deeper, because now it's making you have to reflect on an inward level about why do you even desire the things that you desire? Why do you even want money? Why do you want love? Why do you want this healing? Why do you want that shift? Right? Because what you are going to find out during this time, during this period of Jupiter being in Leo, especially the retrograde, because the retrograde is basically going up until the end of the year. So for the next few months, you are going to be dealing with yourself. You are going to be dealing with that inner reflection of you. You're going to be dealing with that karmic healing, and you're going to be dealing with that philosophical realignment. So you're going to have to get your mind right. And I could definitely agree with that, because since Leo entered into since it entered into Leo, it's been definitely quite a shit show. I will definitely have to say that, because it's forcing you that, we work so much as humans on the outside world, right? We spend so much time outside, outside, outside. Everything is outside, outside, outside. And so because you spend so much time focused on the outside part of yourself, the him, the her, the it, the them, right? The who's to blame, because you focus so much on that energy and you keep that energy on the surface, what's happening right now is that your life is aligning in a way now that's going to have to force you to look within. So you're not going to be able to look at the outside world and say it's them. You're going to have to look at yourself from the inside aspect and question yourself in the me aspect. In the, is that me? Is it me really doing this? Is it really me drawing this energy in? Is it me accepting this for myself? You're going to have to deal with the inside aspect. So it's not going to be about your faith in the outside element. This is going to be about your faith dealing with you. So that's why I said that you're going to have to deal with your inner standing of yourself. You're going to have to deal with you're going to have to deal with the man in the mirror. You're not going to be able to get away from yourself over these next few months. And so with this Lionsgate coming up and this energy flowing as strong as it is bringing you guys into a balance of movement, shift, healing, alignment, growth. There's an awakening that's happening, and you really want to jump on it as hard as you can, It is a jump on it moment. So jump like you're jumping rope, like you're doing double dutch. Do a little skitty D in there too, because there's so much that is going to be happening during this time that you want to make sure that you are at the top of this alignment. You don't want to wait. You don't want to put yourself in an alignment where you're like, I don't know, and maybe, and all of that. Babe? Babe? Right? You don't want to put yourself in that alignment. for Buddy? You did both of them? No, but it wasn't Buddy. It was Marathon and Hours. You did, but you did them, right? Yeah. I saw them. I already know you got fucking. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, see, no matter how mad at you I am, or mad at life, I still do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, because I like you still. Even if nobody don't like me, I still like you. All right, let me stop being in my feelings. So, Jupiter is going to be something special. Jupiter is going to be, and Jupiter's doing what Jupiter do. Jupiter is always about you finding out about yourself. Jupiter is always about finding out about yourself. What are you focusing on? What are you desiring? Right? And so when you get into Jupiter in retrograde and it's spinning opposite, it's not looking at just your desires and what you want to bring forth. It's looking at you. And it wants to know what you got going on. It wants to know what you laying down. So that's going to be a big shift. Now, with Pluto, see, Pluto is the one that, to me, is the one that's going to be, what I say, more difficult for people to have to deal with. Because Pluto deals with the collective, right? So you have Jupiter that deals with you as the individual and Pluto that deals with the collective energy. So Pluto came in January. It's going to go all the way through the year, right? And it's going to go into 2027, right? So Pluto staying in Aquarius, that is going to force that collective transformation, those power dynamics, those, like technology. This is where you see from the beginning of the year until now, AI is like, everything is AI, right? Like people are losing their minds over AI right now. And so the technology is coming in, right? Then you have that inner psychological rebirth. So Pluto's also about birth and rebirth, right? So imagine both of them being in conjunction, the Jupiter and Pluto being in conjunction when you're dealing with this energy of the inner, right? Now, it being in retrograde. That's a whole different ballgame. Now, Pluto being in retrograde, hold on. With Pluto being in retrograde, what it's doing, it's, again, we're going back into that inner transformation. That's why I said you got to tap into your inner lion here. You must, over these next couple of weeks, you got to tap into your inner lion. Life right now, as tight as we've made it in our society, right now, it's not going to feel like it's easy right now. And I say feel like because, it's like in the summertime, one person could be walking around feeling cold and somebody else could be feeling hot as hell. You understand? And vice versa. Even in the wintertime, there's people who feel great in the wintertime. They love it. They feel all cool and they feel just nice. And there's someone that's freezing their ass off. There's people that be hot in the wintertime. And so all of you guys are experiencing different temperatures right now. And it's according to your internal temperature. So you're going to have to really put your inner lion ahead. You're going to have to put that strength within you ahead. This is not a time where you're going to be looking at the outside world and getting help. This ain't about them. This is about you. So as you guys go forth and do this thing, you know, it's gonna be a really, it's gonna be a big alignment. And I'm telling you, some of y'all are just not gonna feel like it's easy. That's why they want you to tap into your inner lion, because some of y'all, when you start to introspect yourselves and you guys start to get into yourselves, it's gonna fucking feel like you're running into brick walls. Let's be real here. Some of y'all are going to be feeling like you're running into brick walls because facing yourself, ugh, ugh. So you're going to have to deal with your self-honesty. How many of y'all are honest with yourselves? That's going to be a big part, right? You dealing with your inner transformation. You having to be you have to really focus on you and your self-truth, and then continue with the collective dynamics. And the collective power dynamics is work, play, that's AI, that's all of that stuff. Because as a collective, we are shifting. And here's the thing. Imagine that we're shifting not into something called real intelligence. We're shifting into something called artificial intelligence. Like, I mean, as much as you guys might think that you're making like these huge technological advancements, I feel like even with this technology, you're moving backward because now you're not using your own fucking brain anymore. Like for the graphics and like for this type of shit, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to use it for your graphics but I mean, y'all are using this thing for everything. Y'all are using this thing for everything. Things that it's not even necessary for the fucking thing to be used for. Y'all are using it for. And so it's like we're moving forward, but while we look at this as some big technological advancement, if you guys really go within, you realize that it's not really an advancement as far as for the human race, because we are now making something that's artificial. It is an artificial intelligence. While you have the real intelligence, you human being have the real intelligence. We are acting like we're making technological strides because we're making artificial intelligence, which is learning off of our real intelligence. Or did you guys didn't know that? That AI is learning off of your real intelligence? So it's learning off of you, and you're coming back and acting as if it's smarter than you. It's incredible to me. But this is the energy of the collective. This is the energy of what we've decided that we want to put out there, because instead of using our own brains and using our own energy and using our own power, we've just made up every fucking system, everything that we possibly can to feel powerless. Because you think AI is smarter than you, but it's artificial intelligence while you got the real one. Blows my mind a little bit. But, you know, what can I say to that, right? You just got to just keep going. And so this Pluto energy in Aquarius, this one's going to be a serious humdinger. Now, I want you guys to look at these alignments. We are dealing with the alignment of Pluto in Aquarius and Leo in Jupiter. That's the polar opposites right there. That's how you know that it is about to be a 360-degree shift, because the polar opposites are in full alignment with each other. Us going into the age of Aquarius and dealing with that age of Aquarius energy, we are Because Aquarius energy is all about the collective. It's all about the intelligence and the unification of the collective, because the Aquarian itself is the hostess. Right? Whenever you're dealing with the Aquarian, Aquarians are the hostess. They don't mind hosting the party. They don't mind everybody coming through. They don't mind. They may not want it every day because just like their Leo counterparts, we don't mind. But at the same time, calm down. We don't got to do this every day. Okay? But y'all can come over and we're going to host the shit out this party. And so right now you have your Leo and Aquarius sisters and brothers in full alignment with each other. One of your favorite couples is a Leo and Aquarius because you guys swear by these people. Michelle and Obama. Michelle and Barack, I mean Michelle and Obama. Michelle and Barack are Leo and Aquarius. He's the Leo, she's the Aquarian. And so you see how that balance works. You see the ease in that balance. So that's why they want you tapping into your inner lion right now, because whether you're a Leo or not, everybody has that inner lion within them, and you guys need to tap into it so that you can get into yourself, so that this transformation isn't going to fucking kick your ass completely. It's just you're just going to kind of roll through it, but you won't get kicked up all in your teeth. And I got to say, I mean, at least Mercury is out of retrograde, so that's good. Mercury being out of retrograde kind of helps to ease the situation down a little bit, because now you're just dealing with Leo and Aquarius being in retrograde, which is much easier to deal with than when Mercury gets into the element. Because when Mercury gets into the element, it fucks all the communication up. Mercury lets you know what you was doing. Did you align yourself or didn't you? Did you get there or didn't you? That's what Mercury does to you. And so, I mean, I gotta say, Mercury did me dirty this time. Normally, normally Mercury be doing me pretty sweet. Like I be running through Mercury like nothing, like but Mercury did me dirty. This last week here, Mercury did me real fucking dirty. Mercury was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you still cussing them people. That's what's happening to you. So you're gonna have to fix that." But Mercury definitely made everybody put some respect on her name while she was here. And so she went out yesterday. And so with her going out, now you guys can get some clarity back in your heads a little bit. Now you guys can get your mind clear a little bit again, because oh my goodness, it's been a what I call a humdinger with Mercury being in play. Mercury this time was digging up shit. Mercury wasn't quiet this time. Mercury was digging up everything. And so now that Mercury is out, now you're really gonna have to deal with yourself. Now you're gonna have to deal with yourself for real, and you're gonna have to deal with the energy of what it is that you've really been putting out there. And then you're gonna have to start to restructure yourself. So they want you to know good news is on the way. Because as crazy as this next few months is gonna be, at least up until December, because even when Pluto goes back direct in October, there's still going to be a big shift coming in still, because Leo's still going to be there. So let's see. So this next couple of weeks, especially with the Lionsgate energy, and the next couple of months with the retrogrades and both planets staying in until early 2027. So both planets are going to be still in play when we hit 2027. And so the union of Leo and Aquarius and them moving in retrograde together and then moving direct again together, it's all about bringing massive change. Massive, massive, massive change. That's why you better tap in. And your faith is definitely the thing that you're going to have to really hold on to the most. So I'm glad that at least as fucking Mercury goes out. And let me see when Mercury comes back into retrograde, because the next Mercury retrograde, we want to get ready for that one. You really want to get ready for that next Mercury retrograde. So the final retrograde for Mercury is in October. So you want to really allow yourself to get as much good words and communication in between now and October 24th. Because it is going into Libra. See, at the beginning of the year, Mercury went in to Pisces. Mercury going into Pisces, that was all about your intuition. This one here that just passed, June 29th to July 23rd, that was in Cancer and Gemini. So it was all about introspecting yourself, your feelings, and really getting into your feelings and seeing the shadow side of your feelings. Not just your feelings, but the shadow side of those feelings. And now, when we come up into the one in Libra, that's going to bring a level of balance. So you want to make sure that you have as much balanced in your life, put as much energy in, especially during this Lionsgate. You want to do that so that as Pluto goes, because Pluto is going to go back direct. When Pluto goes back direct, then you'll have Mercury. So Mercury will only be leaning on Leo. It won't be leaning on both. So that's where we're going to have an advantage with the next one. So you guys want to be prepared for that. And I know I'm way ahead by talking about the next Mercury retrograde in October, but shit happens real fast and it comes really quickly. So I want you guys to make sure that you understand to move at a hastened pace, because things are coming very quickly. They're moving fast. And you don't want to be left behind. You damn sure don't. You do not want to be left behind here. So this Lionsgate that's here, they want you focusing this Lionsgate on the depths of not only what you want, but why. They're not wanting you to ask them why. They want you to introspect yourself and figure out, is it out of selfishness? Is it out of need? Is it out of want? Is it out of desire? Is it out of maliciousness? What is it? And why is it that you want it? Like some of y'all want somebody else's man right now. Some of y'all are actually fighting another woman for their man right now. Some of y'all are fighting somebody for their job. Somebody's sitting down right now, drawing up a plan to go rob somebody. It's crazy. It's crazy. So you got to know what energy are you really working from? That's what they want to ask you. So over these next couple of weeks and over these next couple of months, they need you to have faith. And in having faith, it's really just having patience. They need you to have faith because there's a process to this thing. And there's no rushing the process. There is no rushing the process. And so you want to tap into that inner lion of yours because you're way more powerful than you give yourself credit for. And that's the key right there. You're way more powerful than you give yourself credit for. You don't give yourself no credit. So they need you to do that so that you can get this thing really busting. Because if you don't, you're literally wasting your time. You're wasting your time if you don't. I need you to get it together. Or that they're going to take care of everything else. Everything is literally working in alignment. It is working in perfect alignment. And I'm listening to what I'm saying to y'all, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a little bit irritated by what I'm saying. But then it makes perfect sense because I've been living it. And so all of this shit that I'm telling you, it makes so much fucking sense. I ain't gonna lie, boy, them spoken words was a little bit rough this month. Mercury wrapped her fucking leg around my neck. I had a sister choking. But we're coming back into alignment, y'all. We are coming back into a serious level of alignment. And I want you guys to really let yourselves feel it. Let yourselves feel it. I don't have any discounts today. Because, well, I'm not doing discounts anymore. You guys book it, you book it. I don't need to discount myself. Because I'm still giving you what I'm giving you. So why should I discount it? I had to think about that. Hi, honey. How you doing? What's that? Oh my God, this is so cool. Oh, wow, it's so soft. Oh, wow. Is this cookie there? Go get your cookie right there. Auntie left you a cookie. Okay? Love you. Mwah. Bye, honey. Love you. That's my boogie butts. All right, y'all. So we have tapped into that. So that's what's going on. And I'm gonna keep this as a replay for myself, so I can remember what's going on too. At least things are easing down, though. You know, by the end of the weekend. Well, tomorrow is definitely going to be one of those days because we're going to be dealing with the 771 again. And so dealing with the 771, it's going to shift things and get things back into a positive alignment. You know, moving out of this Mercury energy was huge. So now that we've moved out of the Mercury energy, they just want you to stand your ground and just don't back down from it. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't do that. I didn't do my best on standing my ground here. But the shift, it's okay. You know, just get back on it. Just get back on it. That's all you're doing. Because we're in this alignment now. Romance is in the air. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with your life. Fall in love with your mate. Fall in love with your job. Fall in love with it. And the only thing that'll get in your way is you. The only thing that's going to get in your way right now is you. So, good luck to you guys on this Lionsgate, retrogrades, all this energy, because it's a lot that's happening right now. And I wish you all the best. Good luck to you guys, and let's see what happens. Have your tunnel vision and take care of you.